I would firmly believe that Angela would do that. You are correct. Alright. Hey everybody. Rebellion here, and welcome back to SMT5 Vengeance. And when we last left off, we were, for the most part, done. We had beaten Vengeance, we had unlocked a Godborn difficulty, and we even, tried to just, say, you know what? Let's just see how it is, at least to test it out, and maybe keep it while I go try to find, what's required to get Masakato unlocked as a boss fight. And I'm here to let you know, it was done and then some, because if I remember correctly, here was the stream, the save I had just after saving, after getting back to where we were in the stream save, trying out Godborn difficulty, and then here is where I am now. I played for, 21-ish hours? So let's show you what's been done. First off, we have Masakato on the team, because yes, I beat Masakato. We can fight him again whenever we want, which I will do. But I wanted to save my fucking progress because it was a fucking fight. But alright, let's show. This is the team I pretty much used to fight Masakato initially, because I didn't really have much else. Dogda switching in when needed so I could do the Impaler's Animus trick. But let's show the extent of madness. We now have 999 strength. This was done because why the fuck not? Technically, when I fought Masakato, I want to say I had only about 400 or 500 strength initially, which was, making it more difficult for myself. But it's also because I did not know how that fight was going to play out. I wanted to be cautious. Now, though, there's a little bit of spite in me that just made me say, you know what? Fuck it. 999 strength. I am not dealing with this shit anymore. Konana Sakuya has these stats, about leveled out. Initially, when I fought Masakato again, this is going to become a bit of a trend here as I say it. Almost all my demons had about 300-ish average on across their stats. They had one stat that I chose to be their big stat, and everything else was about 300, 350, because I did not really know how much it was going to spike. So Sakuya had 350 vitality. Beelzebub had about 300-ish. Satan, I just did this for the fucking meme. Why the hell not? It's Satan. Should I not make their stats 666 across the board? It just seems thematic. Tensei was just never really used again, I'm gonna be honest. Just because the moment I found out Satan could give us Impaler's Glory, Tensei lost a lot of value for just us having them on the team. I've just fused them away yet. That's really the only thing. Agrat has 999 magic, and I gotta tell you, it doesn't feel like it. It does not feel like she has 999 magic. I got another ton. I played about 20 hours on the save file. Only a little bit to eradicate. This 25 power, you feel it. When the game thanks to hard difficulty, the damage reduction to the player's damage, this 25 damage, even with 999 magic, it does not feel like it's 999 magic. That could be, of course, tied to just how many little numbers it is compared to others. Just, it does not feel like she's hitting that hard. I know she can consistently hit about 3 to 4K per cast. It just does not feel like it's that much. Beelzebub being really, for all intents and purposes, the star of this entire Godborn difficulty. Because of Beyondetta and Debilitate, it is so easy to just sort of throw it out and forget about it for a lot of turns because of Boon Boost EX. I feel like I would have struggled so much more with my Godborn without Beelzebub. Will you show the shop after this? What do you mean the shop? You mean the store to buy stuff in the game? Yeah, fuck, I don't care, sure. Dagda? Also, really earned his keep in the playthrough. This lost hit never really came into relevancy again. It was all Yabusame's shot. Because Dagda's main claim to fame in my playthrough was helping me kill what's it called, the Mitamas. Mitama grinding became fucking top priority in Godborn difficulty. But it also introduced a lot of problems. Because I don't know if you guys remember how it was when we first got to this difficulty of Godborn. Some of our highest stats were about 200 to 300 in one thing, with everything else being about under 100. So, imagine my shock and horror when the Matamas would have about 200 to 300 agility, and you just can't hit them. That just was not an option. It took Beelzebub Debilitate, Konansaki Luster Candying, for us to be able to somewhat consistently hit them. And even then, in an encounter of 4 Matamas, 2 would sometimes just miss. Constantly. We'd miss, and then one of them would debilitate, and then we'd attack again and miss 2 times in a row. And it would just be like, oh my fucking god, everyone needs agility now. I'm not dealing with this shit. Because I knew I would get so blindingly frustrated if that happened in a boss fight. And the answer was at the very least somewhat simple. The answer was a lot of agility, but also came a thing about damage. As you saw in the beginning when we started the Godborn difficulty stuff, we could hit somewhat reasonably. If everyone on the team used items to throw gems at an opponent, we would kill 1 Mitama per 4. That's not sustainable. Assuming we even hit. So, a tactic was devised. Thank you, Angela, for pointing out this tactic. But a plan was made. It was simple. Get Abaddon. God bless Abaddon and crippling blow. If you crit or hit a weakness, there's a 40% chance of instant killing them. After that, Loa. While in the active party, ailment efficiency and instant kill chances double for all allies. After that, get as many people with Yabusame shot to just go. That's the only reason I was able to kill some of the Mitama I could to grind money early. But then, Lightbulb in the head. Angelo's head, because again, I did not even, I forgot this existed. Go get Amon. I never really did in my playthrough, and I forgot entirely. Amon's passive is nothing. The big thing was Megiddo Flame. 235 power to all foes, ignore the affinity, and pierces right through. I want you to understand how instrumental that is. Because also, look at him on stats. 999 magic, 500 agility, 400 luck, 350 vitality, 260 random strength. That seems like a lot. It seems like it should be enough to not worry a goddamn bit again. Here's the thing. Even with 999 magic, on a piercing move,
The time has come. Let flame spring from the heavens.
you will get them about halfway. You gotta be creative. So, that's the one reason that the protagonist still has Donna Magic after putting it on for this strategy. Just give that. Pass. Debilitate's more important than Luster Candy in this scenario. And just, that's how we can kill them. Donna Magic and Debilitate is about enough to do it. And with that, I can farm. About 150-ish K per. And if I used him again my demon, to which for the longest time I had him what's his name? Kresnik, I think?
Welcome.
Where are you? Yep, Kresnik. Kresnik made it onto the team just so we could have Omagatoki luck to quadruple the Maka earned. And if you chained at the very least one encounter along with the Mitama, you'd be getting about 1 million per run. The most I ever got was, I want to say, 2.1 or 2.2 million Maka for the one encounter we got that was 3 in a row. But I think it was just at the last one, the enemies escaped something, so like I couldn't add more on top of it. My strength, agility, Lunacarn out damages, personally, yep, probably does. I just don't have that much agility yet. So Parasaline Blur is still there. And even with 16 million, I cannot get max agility. Little refresher.
Welcome.
The bombs are 100k each. If I wanted agility up, it is 8 million for 80. I can get about, what, 600 and something maybe agility.
Need any? Take it.
So, it's not all fun and games yet. Quickly getting through the rest of the teams again. Satan is Satan, so 666 made sense. He can get more, but I just said, you know what, I'm sticking to the meme. 666. Yes, we figured out on the stream that we first got Godborn BB Guy. Like, I showed it on stream. Nuwa is just here because I tried to fill out more of the compendium. Tao is here due to the story reasons. I've not gotten rid of her yet. Masakado is here because Fireboss stuff. And this right here is one of the most broken fucking things in this game. It took a little bit for me to figure out what it meant, but Scarlet Blade is busted. Increase crit rate by 1.14 and damage of critical hits by 1.1 for each active effect on the user. I thought that's a lot. I didn't realize the depths of how big this is. As far as my testing has shown, and admittedly it wasn't that much, every single buff given to him counts individually, which means Luster Candy counts as 3 buffs. 2 Luster Candies count as 6 buffs. The protagonist randomly giving him Donna Magic count as another buff that will never be consumed because he has no magical stuff on him. Omagatogi Critical count as its own buff, adding onto it as well. The amount of damage this thing can put out is stupid, and I think it's only being held back because I'm in hard mode right now. Aside this, Yoko's Yoko. I was debating on building her up as an alternative to Beelzebub when Beelzebub eventually goes down because the bosses are... Even with my stats, I want to make sure that's clear, even with my stats, we're still getting one-shots sometimes. Just like a random-ass stray crit will still doom someone. So I want you to know, I didn't eliminate all difficulty yet, but I know how. It's called Vitality. It's called changing from 300 Vitality to about 500 Vitality made us go from taking 1.2k damage to about taking maybe 600, maybe 700. Kado or Force? I don't remember Force Design at all. Godborn personally is stronger than Lunar in boss fights. Ah. I don't remember SMT4's design for Masakado, BB guy. And then, as a weird, strange a twist of fate, I fusion accidented into Hair of Inaba. Didn't mean to, just sort of did. So I said, fuck it, you're on the team now. All because they had Terra Fury. And sometimes I fucking need this. I want this. In some encounters, because it's just... Enemies will not let me run away easily anymore. I can have 500 agility and they will still say, you failed to escape and eat the turn. Because random encounters are actually dangerous if the opponents get a turn. That's a very big catch, though. If the opponents get a turn, then you can have a bad time. Us hurting the opponent, though, was not that much of an issue. Because, funny thing, hard difficulty does not touch enemy HP whatsoever. It's simply damage mitigation values. Damage taken, damage mitigation, and instant kill chance, I believe, are all the things that are affected. So, we can still hit somewhat strong, and they will still have the same HP that we know them to have. If an enemy had 5k HP in the base game, they still have 5k HP here. You just can maybe not do 5k damage as consistently as you might want to. So in those situations, Terra Fury is here because I ain't dealing with that shit. The Pixie, I was convinced to do this by Angelo. I didn't even give her her full kit because I forgot to. I was finishing up the grind last night. So she only has 999 and everything. This is part of the reason that the save file had 20 hours put into it. Even if I could grind, 2 mil every minute-ish, if I can get them to spawn consistently and chain, it takes a while. Fionn Makul, his ear, just because I kind of realized, oh wait, shit, you're a Genma. You get luck too. Therefore, Kresnik was just ditched from the party. Just fuck off, we got a cooler unit on the team. The problem was, he came at level 150, so those are just his stats. And I said, I'm not grinding another set of 99s for anyone else at this point. Nama was made with 909 luck, and it was shocking how much this was just a sort of the enemy loses turns button. Status ailments with damn near certainty is funny in a way that I have not seen since maybe Etrian Odyssey. Like, seeing how often Nama can charm something at 990 luck made me wonder if I should actually bother to have 1 or 2 more ailment demons on the team, just because they're actually viable at that point. Here's the thing though, they can only be used maybe once or twice. That's if the opponent, I believe, cleanses them on their own. If you put something else to override it, that current ailment is not given like an elevated chance of resistance or anything else. So like this thing, I've managed to charm like Masakado with it once, but then never again in that same fight. But for that one time, he just lost all his turns. Lilith is here, and I honestly do not think she really has a place in the team anymore. I used her initially because of removing debuffs, and also the random null physical barrier. Every now and then the AI would just randomly attack into it and made it worthwhile, but I don't really think she has a place anymore, aside maybe if I do it, because to entropy, if I get everyone else in the party. And even then, I do not think that's worth it, considering how much damage we can put out. Now, Hobiho, I mean, thriftiness is still good, and He has 999 strength because goddamn he deserves 999 strength. And that's every demon that I've made. So, let's show you this fight. It was here, I believe. Yes, Jack Tempest is strength based for their big one. For their big skill. Was it in over here or? Fuck, I'm trying to remember where oh, sorry, it's this one. After you do the quest, right here is a rail that will take you to Masakato. And this fight, because I said I wanted to show it on stream, is deceptively bullshit. Let me make sure I have Satan on the team. Actually, no, I don't need Satan on the team. Initially, Doctor on the team for the moment. It is deceptively bullshit. The Draco Strikes are one, but it's also another thing. I'll face Masakato one more time. When I first entered this fight, I did not know what to expect. And admittedly, when I used the spyglass, I thought, oh wait, this is gonna be a cakewalk. Look at that, he's weak to everything. Aside ailments, everything you do will give you press turns. I thought, wait, this isn't a super boss. No, that shit's there to make the fight fair. This skill list, this isn't everything. He has more that's not listed here for no fucking reason other than to mess with you. And that strength, it's worth way more than you think. Set up set differentials and then Dogda. How much do you do now out of curiosity? I've not tried you with the newer stats. 2K. 2.6-ish. He can randomly heal some damage, and thank you for giving me Perseline Blur. He is playing nice at the moment. Because if he chooses to, someone just dies. I cannot stop it. It's all tied to one thing. Freikugel. I do not know what triggers his AI to start spamming this, but when he does, your party's getting wiped. You just will not stop this. This is your "you're taking too long to kill me," I think, and this is his "it's game over" button. When he starts using that, I have to start bringing in other people on the fly, and that's why units like Yoko and the like were built up, because that shit fucking hurts having to like revive people. Get Succession. And try to get ready to use this with charge, or with the Omotogi charge. That one crit, so 6k damage. Unfortunately, elementals will not get me. This will deal more damage, but not get me press turns. So. Let's see, are you going to Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there's one. Thank God. The amount of time that he has just picked, like, Konana Sakuya and just, like, I'm gonna Franco you 2 or 3 times in a row, it's annoying. Just, alright, this unit's gone. Right, next turn, if he does AoE or anything else, I could be ready. Alright, let's overheal. And even with all the damage, we're like, he still has a lot of HP. Oh, who is it? Oh. That's why I overheal. That's the only reason Beelzebub's alive. Even with Beelzebub's 550 vitality, if it weren't for overheal, he'd be dead. That's what I mean by the fights are not a cakewalk just yet. Now it's the AI limiting the opponent from just ending us. I would ask what the link is for, BB Guy, but should be alright. The option for Masakata, by the way, I did not Capricorn. Alright, let's see charge. I actually don't know how much damage this does with 999 strength. I didn't have that last time. Because it's also hitting weaknesses.
Like a moonbeam, pale and fleeting.
I'm assuming it's tied to getting a sword. As far as more, I got the sword and I gave it to him. That's the thing that I'm like, I think that's what it is, but if something else, then I don't know. I do not think I can kill him, so that's the reason I'm not, like, dismissing demons right now, but the next time I get this chance, I should be able to. From Luciram guy from Arabaki? Yes, I did, Capricorn. Debilitate should be nearly coming off soon, and I'm not trusting Beelzebub with much chances of living at the moment, so I'm gonna go for that. Actually, hold on. No, I should not Parasaline Bro. I should Mirage to make sure. Someone's dying. Maybe the team, actually. I'm not sure. Okay, that might be the AoE. It might be, but there's no guarantee. Alright, this will get at least level up past the 1 point or 1000 HP. Ow! Thank you for mostly hitting me for some reason. I don't know, Capricorn. But again, he used electrical and all that Draco Strikes. Those are not shown in here. But he did use Flame Draco Strike on Sakuya and killed her. I wanted noted that unless I am actually just crazy and I read that wrong, I think he used Flame Draco Strike on Sakuya and actually went through Repel. Because, yeah, he has Pierce. It's not crit. He has enough crit rate as it is. This is the shit that ruins you. But it's funny, he used this, and I think it's only for the first hit, because as you saw, he used a bunch of strikes on the pro tag, and all of them were, what's it called? Resisted. Nulled. They have more than critical now. I didn't notice it for a lot of the common fights, because I just ran. I did not want to deal with that shit. But in the boss fights, it's definitely more noticeable. Yeah, now we're killing him. I don't even think I need to change, but... Yep, he's dead. I would up enough stats that fighting combos isn't really an issue. Yeah, it's not really an issue even for me either. At this point, it's more of an annoyance thing. Especially early on, because I did not have agility, and that meant miss rates was actually higher than I ever wanted to deal with. I wish I knew what the actual math was, because goddamn it felt like due to the stat differences, I was fighting against a, say, 70% hit chance. What's left in the game? A couple of things, funny enough. After Masakado, I'm still technically in the canon of creation, to which there is the true neutral ending to fight the enhanced Satan, and to that, there are some requirements. Most notably, we have to fight Shiva. Actually, hold on, let me heal. Oh wait, yeah, Lucifer. Yeah, you're right, sorry. Misspeaking as well. That is on me. Though I would possibly also double back to try and fight Satan in Vengeance again to see the stats that he has. Because the stat distribution in the game is weird. Especially in Godborn. For example, do you want to guess what is the highest, who is the unit that has had the highest stat total for, or not stat total, but single stat, just like strength or anything like that for anyone? Because for the moment, I have found one singular enemy that has the highest stat than anyone else I fought so far, including the bosses in the main story, and also the Demi-Fiend. Because the Demi-Fiend, I believe, is 425 across the board. Who do you think is the enemy with bigger stats? Who do you think has the highest single stat? Because I'll tell you, you're wrong. Whatever you fucking guess, you're wrong. Not Shiva. It's Horus. Why does Horus have 638 agility? Everything else, from every other fight, they have 400. Like, even here, Matador, 413 strength and 466 agility. The Fiends, all of them, about 400-ish. Certain major boss fights might have 450, maybe 500 for, like, extreme ones. Horus, though. Horus is like, nah, 600. And I do not know why. Like, even Loki, 578. God knows why. He's actually very close to 600, but he's almost 600 magic, and he's just for that one quest involving Idun. It's so strange how this game distributes them its stats. I'm almost willing to bet they give like every single unit about a total for all their stats, and then they distribute them. And that's might be why Horus ended up getting so much agility. Because I feel like they dumped, especially for how late you find Horus in the, I want to say, 3rd area. It is 600 agility, 400 magic, 400 luck, and then strength and vitality are not good. More of a frail dodging unit, especially with that much vitality compared to everything else that was on the field with it. But just, it was so weird to me that the bird has so much agility. So, Shiva. I am Shiva, the benevolent god of destruction. You are the Nahobino that felled Vasuki. I was wondering who it could be. What are you doing here? Do you not seek the throne? Well, it matters not. The world will be destroyed along with the rest of the universe anyway. Hear me, Nahobino. You quarrel over the throne, fight over the right to rule. But those who create the world by their own conscience will bring about nothing but corruption. The world should not be created by a given being. Rather, it is the beings that should be created by the world. The creator god Brahma will return the universe to its rightful form. To that end, I, Shiva, will commence destruction for the sake of creation. And I shall do so with my secret art, the Rudra Astra.
Yes.
I have nothing more to say. You may go. Shiva am sister of the world.
Young man,
We fight.
you dare challenge me? Fool.
You could have walked away with your life. Very well. I've finished preparations and have enough Magatsuhi for Rudra. Next is the banquet. Come, show me your that thing of battle. Katakali, something like that. And Shiva stats? I do not remember how much you had. This is just my standard opening for every fucking fight at this point. Dodge, Luster Candy, Debilitate, and then Dog does the one with like the turn that I can wonder what to do. What are your stats? Okay, actually. You're the next unit I've seen with 600 in a stat. 615 magic, but oh, that vitality is in need of some help. Same with your luck. I'll compensate. That's the thing, Capricorn. The health does not change based on difficulty, only the damage you deal. He has the exact same health as he did the last time we fought him. His stats are just higher, as well as the damage that he takes is reduced due to difficulty. That will deal more damage, so I'll go for that. Yeah, Wasami Shot deals some damage and is a crit, so press turns. Having defense down is kind of rough actually here, because if he did a different move, we would have taken a bit of damage there. Alright, so let's get... I forgot you had that one. Fuck. If I want to do my complete damage, I think I'm probably going to want Impaler. Rather than, Horse Agility was 600 and... 20 or 40 something, I think. I think I actually want Satan at the moment for Impalers.
Let's go.
Researching why Motomi Pierce was canceled, and I just realized that when you have Miracle, Magatsuya and Dispersion, when you dodge Null Drain, enemy attack when they are using Magatsuya, he'll cancel it? Really? That's a really unique or niche instance right there, then. Sir Raj saved my bacon. Yeah, I would have died. I'll refresh it because I remember correctly, you either null or repel Darken, in which case both instances are dangerous for me. And funny enough, it's fights like these where Megiddo Arc actually has some use because it's more damage based on the number of foes. And for being 10 power, it does way more than you would think. And it keeps the same animation, so I kind of love that. Alright, Impalers. Get the ball set up. Gonna have to get Dogda back next turn. Thank you. Honestly, what makes this fight feel not as dangerous, I forgot to change units, is that the enemies have a lot of AoE moves. That's what makes the fight feel not that bad. Alright, now we have defense. Dodged! We're actually okay with that, I think. Alright, charge. This is a formula for Megiddo Arc, if you're curious. It's 10 plus 110 times enemy number. So currently has 450 on my skill. Stronger than Maximum Heavenly Kumi and Crit Mirakumo. Yeah. That's Gaia Rage level damage. I think Gaia Rage is 450, right?
Watch this.
Alright. Our damage should be astronomical. But let's see.
Like a moonbeam, pale and fleeting.
God damn. I think that's actually enough to kill. There was a 10k in there. I didn't actually see a 10k, so I want to see that. Oh yeah, there was an 11k right there. Okay, our damage just...
Like
God damn.
Pale and fleeting.
Yep, it's 7k, but if you crit, it's 11k.
Indeed.
Now with a splendid dance. You have defeated me. I shall now disappear from this universe. But the Rudra can appear in many forms. Overcome them all and break free. That is the path of the true ruler. Yeah, Ken, well, we have farmed so much. I would actually be very sad if we could not, like, curb stomp Shiva with everything we have. Because again, as furthermore, the HP is not changed in hard difficulty, just the damage they take. So the fact that we have so much more stats to deal so much more damage, it should make the fights go faster and feel at least easier. Right. There's one or two more stops I want to do. Because even if we have all this, there are some fights that are just difficult by mechanics. The only skill that the party can use is stronger than Demigod Rage is Satan Maxima Megiddo Arc, our Magasui skills, namely Freikugel, EX 650, and Torment of Chaos 500. God damn. There's one more that needs to be done on Godborn difficulty. It's a tradition. Ah, come on, really? Wait.